Hearty shalom to you, Jeffrey Seif here. I'd like to speak to you for a moment, frankly, about conversion. What do I mean by that? I want to speak frankly about money and about supporting ministry, not just ours, but just in general. People that support ministries, it's not that they have a whole lot of money. It's that they're converted. Something inside of them says that they're propelled. I believe it's the unction of the Holy Spirit, especially for me. To get between me and my money, it takes God. I don't give it up casually. I really don't. I don't like giving it up at all. I don't mind investing it, however. Let me tell you how you can become rich. I mentioned this. I've raised boys, and I've said, listen, when you're a teenager, if you'll get in the habit of putting $100 a month away and putting it in a stock, putting it in a portfolio with the miracle of compound interest, you will become a millionaire by the time you're my age if you did nothing else but that. There's something about giving. Developing the habit of giving can really pay dividends in the passage of life. Now, what I just described can be borne out statistically. A conversation with a financial planner will spell it out. You can see how the math, how it works through compound interest. But not only does it work out materially, it works out spiritually as well. And that is, God really does have a way of blessing individuals who desire to be a blessing. Conversely, the Lord has a way of seeing those who speak about being a blessing, but they really, really aren't. Let me encourage you, please, if you find value in what we do, to invest in it. I'm not a salesman that's looking to close some deals because I make a percentage on any income. Honestly, God's honest truth in my life, it doesn't make any difference to me whether you give a dime or a dollar or nothing. It really, really doesn't. I mean that sincerely. But I want you to know that it'll make a difference for you if you become converted and you put money behind the things that you value. What would it mean to my wife if I said, I love you, I love you, I love you, but I don't bring any money home at the end of the week? I love to put bling on my wife's fingers. I want to show her that I love her. And I don't, I just couldn't imagine it any other way. Please, if you find value in kingdom business, make an executive decision. And you have to, if you're going to be a giver, you have to make an executive decision to be a giver, because there's always things competing for our time and our money. You have to decide on the front end, you're going to do it. Because if you don't make that executive decision, the pressures of life are going to decide where it's all going to go, and it's not going to show up in the Lord's coffers. It's not going to show up in the Lord's work. Let me encourage you, for your sake, please, make an executive decision to be a giver, and then just do it for a year. Just do it for a year. 1 year. And look at yourself at the end of the year and see if there isn't any kind of difference in your own life. I think you'll find there is. I want you to invest in kingdom business. And of course, at the risk of sounding self-serving, I want you to invest in this. If you find value in our Jewish roots, if you like looking at the good news through the eyes of the Jews, I want to just remind you that never mind those of us that are sitting here on the set, as you see us on this set on television or on social media, there's half a dozen or 10 people in the studio as well. They have to eat. We have to rent the lights, rent the studio, and all the rest. It takes a dime to do it. So I wanted to give out a holler. If I could raise $1, we certainly could use it. But please, if you will, in life, as you make your journey through life, be a blessing and discover special ways that God turns it around, and He really is a blessing for you.